This is the Savi River that we're crossing right now. It's the eastern boundary of the Savi Valley Conservancy, which is over 1 million acres of conservation land. And we're about to cross into the community. You know, the most important thing for conservation is to understand the community aspect. Whether you're a buffalo or an elephant, these animals can cross just like we cross. As the crops start to grow, you're going to smell them, and in an easy walk, you're in the succulent maize fields, sugarcane, watermelons, any of these other subsistence crops. And so it's going to be pretty interesting seeing what these people really think of the wildlife. And as we come out of this river, literally within 10 yards of the eastern riverbank, look at this. Here, as far as the eye can see, you've just got fields of corn. It's unbelievable. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Munofunga ine nyanzo. Munodzifarira here kana kuti munofunga chini nyanzo.
Atitodzini.
What she's telling us is the elephants are a big problem. At this time of the year, the mangoes are getting ripe. The elephants come for the mangoes, but they completely destroy their crops. And so these young corn plants today don't really look like very much, but a field like this represents the whole dry season livelihood for a family like this. How are you?
Fine, and you? How is everything?
Fine. What about you?
I'm also right.
We were talking about these elephants here. They destroy your things, eh?
Yes.
And long back, there were a few elephant, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was better.
Yeah.
It was better.
Oh, the life of this community only depends on these
Crops.
on these crops, on farming.
And the elephants are challenging the crops.
Yeah. So we end up being poor people.
Because of those elephants.
Yeah.
We are nowhere to go. We don't have work. Yeah. Look.
You're surviving on these, eh?
Yes, please. Sending all people to school, paying electricity bills, and once we don't pay, they will shut down the electricity. They switch off. And yet we are surviving on that. School fees, food. These elephants are challenging our lives. They are a problem. Better something must be done.
Yeah. I was just chatting here to Dumisani. If you look on the right-hand side here and you look behind me, you've got amazing groundnuts over here, and this used to be Dumisani's groundnuts. And he said at the end of November, the elephants came in here. You can still see the remnants of their footprints here, and completely destroyed these groundnuts. And that really is their livelihood. They live right on the breadline. You know, you look at this 2 acres of mealies, 2 acres of corn, and everything's done by hand. It would have been plowed by hand. She's taking these suckers off by hand. She will weed by hand. And when you look at the amount of human labor that's in it, and an elephant can undo all of this in one night, it's no wonder that they hate them.
I had a vision, you know. Humani always had game, we always looked after them. But we needed something big to attract people. Yeah. We had a herd of 60 elephants here on Humani, and I said, let's go and see parks and get permit to move these elephants. It had never been done before.
So no one had ever caught and moved elephants yet?
Nobody had ever done it. So we went and got a permit, and that resulted in approximately 500 elephants moving here. Wow.
We're passionate about the wildlife, we're passionate about our home, and we believe we've got a chance here, and we're going to try and make a difference.
I'm told there's between 2,000 and 3,000 elephant on the property today.
The carrying capacity of the Conservancy is about 1,500.
Yeah.
So we have 1,000 elephants too many. You know, we need to reduce the numbers here. We've got a new idea. What we're doing is we're collaring some of these young bulls so we can see where they move, what they're getting up to, and maybe this will help, you know, to be able to deter them. When we see them going near the boundaries, we can fire shots over them and return them inside.
Whereabouts? Are you just going to collar them here on Humani, or how's that going to work?
No, we're not. We're doing some on Humani, and then we're doing some on our northern property.
So that's Sango further north, yeah?
That's Sango, they share a common boundary.
And so, Roger, how much river frontage or how much boundary with the community between you guys and Sango do you actually have?
Well, here we have 17 Ks, and then Sango must have another 17, 18 Ks as well.
So basically, hopefully, this is going to help protect, over 30 Ks of boundary with crops on the other side.
That's right.
So Roger, with this collaring, how are we going to do that? How's that all going to work?
Rather than me trying to explain this to you, stay here for a couple of days. The vets are coming in to collar these elephants. Come here and see for yourself.
Perfect. I think that'll be perfect, Roger. I'd love to do that. And, I think that there's no better way of understanding this than participating,
Yes, you can't explain what you can actually see.
No, exactly right. For his well-being, we need to get him on his side.
Push! 1, 2, 3, push!
Well, Josh is just preparing the dart. It's actually a cocktail that we're going to use to put this elephant down, and based on the fact that we don't have a helicopter here because we didn't want to have the extra disturbance, we're going to really have to be on our toes. The trackers have got us into this riverine thicket. And we've just heard these elephants shaking a palm tree, and they do that to shake the fruits to the ground. So they're literally within 100 yards of us here somewhere. Just got to pull the trunk out. You can hear that this... Oh, there's no way. We've got a kink in his trunk here. That's what you're hearing him snoring. He's not breathing as easy as we'd like. And we want these guys to come back so that they can help us push him over. What we've got to do now is actually push this elephant over. His airway's open, but for his well-being, we need to get him on his side.
I don't even know if we're going to get him over.
What's that other leg? What's that leg like?
Out. We're going to need more than the guys that we've got here.
Now, guys, let's leave his trunk because he's breathing. Let's just get him over. Come and help me here, please.
So this elephant has fallen in a tough position, and the way his legs are, with an animal this big, if you keep him down like this for too long, he's going to get pins and needles, the blood's going to get cut off from his legs, and he won't be able to get up. And obviously, if he can't get up, that's the end of him. So we're still a long way from being out of the woods. Josh is actually cutting with a chainsaw to open up some place, and then we're going to get some more people and actually try and pull him over. Plate. Thank you, bud. Well, looks like we've got the collar on. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get everybody that's here onto the other side of the elephant, and we're going to push it over this way. 1, 2, 3, yes!
1, 2,
Again.
3, push! 1, 2, 3,
Again.
push!
No ways. It's not even...
It's not budget.
The manpower's not working at this stage. We're too far off a road to get a cruiser in. So we may have to just forfeit and actually just wake him up, because the welfare of the elephant has to come first with all of this stuff. Well, there's the antidote going in. He's going to stand up really, really quickly. So one of the things we're still not out of the woods, it looks like his front legs. They've got pins and needles. They've cut off their circulation because he was in a weird position. And he's battling to get his front half up. Elephant, when he first went down, he went down in a weird position. And he's obviously cut off the blood to his front legs because he's really battling to get up.
Right. Slow.
We're just going to leave this elephant so we don't stress him. And that way, hopefully, he'll get to just quietly stand up in his own time. Well, this elephant sure gave us all a bit of a heart attack, but after about 2 hours of trying, he's finally on his feet. And you know, elephants are such individuals. You never know what their reactions to the drugs are going to be. You never know where they're going to go down. But I tell you what, it's a great relief to see him back on his feet. Come, you can smile now. He's up. Well, God, I don't think he's a very old bull, but certainly exactly the size that's been raiding these crops.
100%.
Hopefully this collar will tell us where he's going and tell us what his group as a whole does and help us mitigate this conflict.
Fantastic.
We're coming onto a ranch here called Sango. We're going to be meeting the general manager of Sango, Dave Goosen. So this elephant initiative is not just about Humani, it's about the whole Conservancy. But it's amazing how much of this Conservancy and the conservation has been inspired by the Whittle family. Morning, Dave.
Morning, Ivan.
How are you, man?
Hi,
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming up.
No, we're looking forward to getting this done.
Okay, well, the scouts have got some animals visual.
Hey, you don't hang around,
Go out
eh?
and check them out. No, early start. Good one.
Excellent.
Yeah, we've crossed the little river now. It was left or right?
Just keep coming straight down the road, straight down the main road towards the Great Channel.
One of the other guys has just seen a young elephant bull that we think might be just perfect. It's just a little bit ahead of us, and hopefully we'll see him in a few minutes.
He's heading towards B3 then. That's great.
We've already loaded the dart. We've got the chainsaw. We've got everything we need for the front line. We just got to go and see if this is the right bull or not. Up. See one. Oh yeah, I can hear its spears. That's like it. Now we're gonna get them mixed up a little bit. I'm gonna dart him. He's gone that way. He went that way. Well, the dart is in. It's been a couple of minutes already. These elephants are still right here, but it's really thick. We can't actually see anything. Let's just walk slowly forward. Now the stakes are really high. It's hot. This elephant's run off. The trackers are on what we think is the correct track. We've already had about 4 minutes. Another 5 minutes and we're going to start getting into the situation where the elephant's down. We just have to make sure we find it. He's done. He has taken in some water because his trunk was actually in the water by the time he fell asleep. Well, we darted this elephant and he ran off. And we lost him for a while in the thick Mapani, and by the time we found him with the drone, he was actually lying in this pan and probably has taken in some water because his trunk was actually in the water by the time he fell asleep. So rather than take the time to put a collar on and all of the tests and samples, we're just going to reverse him and forfeit the collaring because the safety of this elephant has got to come first. What Josh is doing is he's going to give him a big shot of penicillin just in case he's got some dirt and stuff in his lungs. and then we're going to stand him up. But what we're doing is we're just getting as many sticks as we can underneath his trunk so that when we wake him up and he gets ready to go, his trunk doesn't automatically fall back under the water before he's fully awake. Well, he's had his antidote, and soon he's going to stand up and hopefully live to a ripe old age right here on the land that you've helped protect.
Well, we hope so. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a collar on. We won't be able to see where he goes, but at least he's going to be able to live a good life.
Most important thing, first and foremost, ahead of everything, is the welfare of this elephant. We've got game scouts out there actually looking for elephants at the moment, so we're going to start looking for another one.
Will you lead us in, and then we'll just keep out the wind and we'll be fine.
So what these ladies are going to actually do is they're going to take some blood samples so they can get a genetic profile and a disease profile, as well as the fact that they're going to use some very interesting technology. This is the kind of thing that truly is going to keep the species alive into the coming generations. They're actually going to be taking a sperm sample, and that sperm sample is going to get frozen in a vault, so that if ever this elephant population becomes an island, if ever the growing human population results in this elephant population being under threat, they've got a whole vault of different sperm frozen in a sperm bank and ready to be deployed to maintain the genetic diversity of any population actually in Africa.
Well, Dad, Granddad started this legacy, and you've taken it over from there and have done an amazing job to get us to where we are today. And just hopefully someone like James will come back and continue this whole Whittle legacy here in the Conservancy on Humani. And just with the modern technology, just try and really promote and try and do as much as we can for these elephants.
Yes, and I wonder what will happen in the next few years, what the technology will advance to. We don't know what they'll have in 10 years' time.
As you look at an initiative like this, it's not without stress to the animal. But when you weigh up the odds, a little bit of stress like this, in return for all of the data that's being gathered, for the welfare of the species as a whole, absolutely worth it. This is a big deal, you know, this is the culmination of 100 years of a family investing in this land. People love to demonize hunters, but when you see a family like this, they're salt of the earth. And truly it's people like this that are going to lead to the survival of a species into the future generations.
There are no easy solutions when it comes to wildlife conservation. For every action, there's a reaction. And so we must remain diligent in monitoring not only our successes, but their consequences as well. Legendary conservationists like Roger Whittle and his family understand this balance and have proven the effectiveness of the hunting model time and again through generations of work, care and foresight.